Hi, I'm Jason Smith, Director of CashFlow Advantage. Each week I write a blog on various things. This week I wrote a blog on switching off from your small business. It was actually called The Secrets of Switching Off from Your Small Business. I thought what I'd do is actually give a quick rundown via YouTube of that for those people who don't like to read. So I'm going to talk about switching off in small business, and what got me thinking about this is the fact that I just spent a very enjoyable Easter with my family. And I'm laughing because one of the things I talk about doing is switching off devices. And I switched off my phone, but I didn't switch off my iPad to do this. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that right now. No, I don't want Siri. I do know how to switch this off. There we go. Siri is, sorry, iPad is switched off. So I had an enjoyable Easter break away with my family, and I'm no expert at this, but I almost switched off for most of the Easter break. So my definition of switching off is turning your devices off and actually not thinking about your business. And I think it's when you stand back from your business and actually have periods of time where you're not thinking about it, that's really, really healthy for the small business owner. So I had a bit of a think about some of the things I use in my business life to help me switch off. And like I said, I'm not an expert at this, but I'm going to go through them now in the abbreviated version of my written blog. So I think one of the first things is turning off your electronic devices. We've already talked about that. My devices are turned off. Another thing that I think is really important, my definition of switching off, is you are not thinking about your business at all. All right, so that's one. Secondly, reading. I love reading. I often sort of talk on social media about books that I've read, etc. Reading is just a brilliant way of taking your mind off your business, going through that unwind period and just really relaxing. I have a Kindle that I've had for about 6 months. I love it. It's great. It allows you to carry a lot of books around with you. I don't necessarily read all business books. I'm actually read a lot of fiction. I'm in the thick of Jack Reacher novels at the moment and really enjoying it. And I know the Kindle is an electronic device, but it hasn't managed to send me a text message, so I think that that's okay. Another thing I do is don't take work home. You know, when I say don't take work home, I do take work home, but I have nights of the week where I don't take work home. So I look forward to those nights. Tonight is one of those nights where it's Thursday. I don't take any work home on Thursday. And it's a guilt-free evening with your family, watching TV or reading or doing whatever you do and not having to worry about the things that you've got to do. Now, another thing I've got here, which I missed, is commit to leaving work at a set time. I'm pretty good at that. I get in early, but I'm usually out of the office at a particular time, and it forces me to be more productive with what I'm doing through the day because I have to get away at a certain time. So the outcome of that for me is that I do have a young family, and I'm home 4 days a week for dinner, and I think that's a pretty good outcome. The last thing I do, and I must admit I put this in my blog. I put this in my blog just because I didn't think anybody would read to the end of my blog. But another thing I do, and I can't really say with a clear conscience that I recommend this, but I think having a bit of a drink is a great way of unwinding and relaxing. I don't necessarily do this a lot anymore, but I certainly did do this in my 20s and 30s to help me manage being a small business owner. And I have been. It's almost 2 decades of being a small business owner. I am fond of the Winston Churchill quote of "I got more out of alcohol than alcohol got out of me," and I'm also fond of the quote that "Never trust a man who doesn't drink." So that aside, I'm not really serious about that one, but yeah, you can have a drink, and I think that's a great way of relaxing. So that's my 4 good ways of switching off and stopping thinking about your business, and that's turning off your devices, have a read, don't take work home on certain nights, and commit to leaving work at a certain time. So that is what I reckon are good ways of switching off, and that allows you to take regular breaks away from your business where you're really unwinding and relaxing. So thanks for watching. That's the YouTube version of my blog. See you next time.